All right, y'all. Welcome back. So, today we're out here on the stair stepper. I went ahead, just finished up my first 11 minutes. About to start our second 11 right now. But we went ahead, woke up today, 214 half again. So we matched yesterday's weight, which was last the Saturday that it just passed like 5 days ago, or Sunday that just passed 5 days ago. Goal. Today's Friday. This Saturday is supposed to be that 212 and a half. So seems like we are going to be a little behind that. But we'll see. We'll see how close we come after today and tomorrow. My body sometimes hangs out at a weight for a day or two, and then all of a sudden I just drop pound and a half, 2 pounds. So it is not set in stone yet. But that's no big deal. The progress will come. All it does is just delay, refeeds. But that's no big deal. It is what it is. But I tell you what, yesterday we went ahead and had our back day, or one of our two back days. And I took it a little slower with reps and really focused on really squeezing the rep and controlling the eccentric. I tell you what, I am way more sore today than I normally am. So now I know obviously soreness and the pump do not directly correlate to an effective workout and repairing muscle, putting on size, all that stuff. But it is an indicator, right? So my pump yesterday was also top notch. So between the pump being awesome and being extra sore today, we're going to have to say that maybe, at least for that specific day, the way we tackled that day. So I did very much enjoy it. It's definitely super fatigued by the end of it, but it was a great session. Today we've got chest later, so super looking forward to our chest day today. Chest feels pretty fresh. Triceps feel pretty good. Elbow doesn't feel sore yet. So we'll do a little light warm up for it. Just some single arm tricep extensions and like a couple little cable pullovers, all with like, I don't know, 10 pounds, maybe 20 on the cable stack for like 2 sets of 10. So nothing crazy. Maybe 2 sets of 20. Yeah, probably 2 sets of 20 since it's going to be like almost no weight. And then we'll go hop on the bench. And we'll give that a try. Normally I don't do anything pre first movement other than like 10 minutes on the treadmill. So that's always kind of been the way I've approached it. Is my first 2 sets on the bench are my warm-up sets. Let's feel the weight. Let's get some blood in the muscle. First working set will be decently heavy. And then I'll have 2 very heavy working sets normally. Lately it's been 3 at 235. So it's been doing me good. I've been sore from it, great pump. So, but I want to see if warming up the triceps and the pecs a little bit with some flies makes a difference before I get on the bench. So, little test today. Now, do I think everything should be slow and squeezing? Nah. There's a time and place, move some weight, do it a little dirty, swing that shit, and just get the reps done. Well, not necessarily get the reps done, but, do it a little dirty, still control it, especially the eccentric portion. But some days you're going to get more out of those heavy, dirty reps than you would the slightly lighter, really controlled reps. And now, when I'm saying, like heavy and light, there's not a big differential between the two. So, my light sets are still heavy. It's something I'm going to fail around 10 reps on. If I fail at 8, it's a little too heavy. If I get over 12 on my first and second set, it's a little too light. I'll add, 5 or 10 pounds. So if I get to 8, it's the same thing. I'll just take away 5 or 10 pounds. So it's still heavy. For example, like front raises. My light, quote unquote, front raises are still 30 to 32 and a half pounds. The days I feel a little stronger, they're like 37 and a half. I've had a couple days where they're 40s. Same with side raises. So, that is still heavy as fuck, even on my light days. So, if somebody tells you, have a heavy day and a light day, and your heavy day is, say, 200 pounds on the bench, your light day is not 100 pounds. It's not 135. Your light day is like 185. So, if you're the person who interprets light and heavy as a drastic difference, well, there's an issue there. Now, unless they're saying a heavy day is like max days, 1 to 3 reps, maximum effort. And say for me, that would be like a 345 single on the bench or a 315 triple. Well, I'm not going to get to 10 reps anywhere near those weights. So then my quote unquote light day for volume, it's at 235 right now. That's where I'm doing 3 sets of 10. So now, if I say, hey, I want a heavier day, maybe I've got me a spotter that can help me through my last 2 reps. I'll put 245, 250 on that bar. We're going to have us a real heavy bench day for 3 sets of 10. and then my light day would be that 235. So you also have to make sure those light and heavy days are comparable within your rep ranges. You can't use two different styles of training and compare it. So that tends to also be a misinterpretation between light and heavies. So for me, I have a slightly heavier chest back day, shoulder day, because I have my big compound lifts, my overhead press, my real heavy rows, my flat bench. But then I have a lighter day, which is all accessory work. So instead of the flat bench at 235, I've got incline bench, 185, 190. But then when I move over to the machine presses, instead of 3 1/4 plates on my heavy chest day, it's 2 1/4 plates. But much slower tempo, a lot more controlled, a lot more blood pushed into the muscle. So, so that's kind of the way that I currently look at my program with how I'm attacking. So, and what those weights are going to be for that day. But today, heavy chest. So it'll still be nice squeezing reps, but a heavier weight, slightly faster tempo. But that, guys, I'm gonna end this video off here. Get back to editing some more clips while I do my last 11 minutes after this quick little 1.5-minute break. So make sure you're working towards your goals, getting your stuff done, and most of all, just don't be a lazy fuck.